Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Avorion with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to the southernmost area we currently have explored, or at least the southernmost section we've ever explored. In today's episode, we've got a very simple goal which is very attainable and will lead us to a whole new era of shipbuilding. In today's episode, we are hunting for the newest of resource, the Naonite, and that's how I choose to pronounce it. In the last video, a lot of people gave me very helpful tips on how to pronounce it, but sadly they were pretty much arguing with each other a lot of the time as well, with it either being Naonite or Naonite being the most popular. I'm going to call it Naonite, even though it doesn't seem like it, so I'm going with the hard A, just because I think it sounds more fancy, it sounds more sci-fi, and ultimately, it's my choice, and it's my video, mahaha, and so on. So that's what we're after today. We're going to go off and mine a load of that, if possible. I'm thinking a goal of maybe 10,000. I don't know how rare it is, so perhaps that goal will have to change, but that's the goal right now. The reason being is I actually ended up basically scrapping a video in which I had a very small explore with the idea of having ships in our fleet. The reason being, it turns out, at the moment, the AI of the ships is a little bit derpy, to say the least. When they're trying to follow you or fight in combat, they tend to hit everything. And I mean everything. If there's a rock, they'll hit it. If there's a station, they will hit it. And boy, do they try their best. But yes, they will also hit you right in the arse as soon as they try to reverse. So what I'm thinking is that right now, it would be best to try and upgrade our spaceship. And the biggest way of doing that is to add shields. Now, the first type of shield we can add is all the way, if we scroll down, over in the Naonite. And it's, somewhere here. I know it's here somewhere. Come on, you were here a moment ago. Am I blind? I'm probably blind. The Naonite shield generator creates a protective shield, covers the entire ship. So that is what we really want. Once we get that, we are going to make a brand new ship, which no longer will be the Sunfish, which is still called the Nurgling, and the Nurgling/Sunfish will become our little captain ship, following us around and mining in certain areas. The other reason why I haven't gone about recording the whole captain section is because, sadly, they can't even mine unless you're in the area with them. So it's really good if you're a humongous ship with shields and huge thrusters which can't really move particularly agilely, to simply send these captain ships off to mine an area whilst you're doing other things in that section, like combat, and things where ultimately they haven't got a chance of ramming you in the side and almost killing you. And yes, that did happen, and no, I no longer have the footage because I'm an absolute derp, and that was a full day ago. And let's face it, who really remembers what happened a day before? So to find Naonite, we need to go more towards the galactic center, this glorious thing here. So what I'm going to do is jump back onto the portals, go down to here, and then make a goal of going to this unknown energy signature there, and just keep on going until we find Naonite, and then we'll mine as much as possible whilst avoiding enemies, and then we can build a shield, and then next time we can build a huge battleship, because if anyone has noticed, in the top right, sorry, top left rather, I have 955,000 credits. That is a lot of iron and a lot of titanium we can simply buy, in addition to a lot of credits to actually purchase the parts separately. I can also finally add the armor on the outside and not all the functional components. So with that really long explanation out of the way, I'll be right back when I'm somewhere down there. I should also mention that all of these credits was simply got by selling pretty much everything we had in the previous video, and the fact that I have skipped an episode really doesn't mean all that much. All I've done is I've went ahead and stopped recording and then started recording again, just from scratch, because the video was an absolute mess. Almost no footage, really. But all of that money was just from random bits of scrap that was still in the region we were in, and ultimately just lying around for us to take. We are, after all, the Vulture Sunfish. That was not expected. This area over here, there is actually a teleporter. I thought I would go over here first to see if there's any clear way down, since there was no way down being shown over here, And apparently there's a teleporter, well, a wormhole, which takes you all the way down to here. The problem is, the one over here isn't actually much further towards the centre of the galaxy as I am currently, so although it's quite a large leap, that's not really worth it. So instead, we're going to go down the south-southwest. Okay, well, this is a new area. What's going on here? Wreckage, another... Oh, this is the Salvage Yard, the scrap heap. People were actually telling me about this. I'm guessing you there are the scrap yard itself. Hello there, sir. I tried to model all of my ships after something like this lovely scrap yard. How are you doing? And all I can think of while going through here is, oh my god, the captains would have crashed into every single thing if they were with me right now. Very happy they're not. Let's dock then. What do you want? What can I do for you? How can I become part of the Scrappian Legion and such? Come on, thank you. Hello there, hire crew scrapyard. Oh, now that is really interesting actually. So it means if I do make a new ship, I could always just sell my ship to the scrapyard. You can temporarily obtain a salvaging license. This license makes it legal to damage or mine wreckages in this sector. Oh wow! So if I pay, I can just scrap to my heart's content, and I imagine I'll get loads of modules from here. I will definitely come back here once I have some better scrapping guns, because right now this will take far too long. Although, of course, I could just shoot these and then get the modules fly off, but I would much rather get some of the titanium as well, obviously, and the iron and all that other good stuff, so I don't have to purchase it later. But that is really, really interesting. Okay, so south-southwest again, I suppose. Southwest and west-southwest, so just the regular southwest. Kind of misjudged just how south it was. Hopefully the next zone will take us a bit closer to the Naonite, the green resource. Hello, research station. So once again, finding something brand new. Now, although people haven't told me about the resource station, I have heard about it because of the NPCs in the game. So maybe the NPCs know something which the lovely people in the comment section don't. Or perhaps I've simply missed someone commenting about this, and right now they're pulling their hair out, going, Lathrix, Lathrix, you dummy, why haven't you listened to me, oh Lathrix? Admittedly, if I say it exactly like that, I'll be somewhat worried about them. Hello, research station. So what type of science can I do here? I'm a rather big fan of science. I have degrees in science and everything. In fact, I have scientific papers published in scientific journals about science. Probably not the science you're used to, being a spaceship, but, you know, I'm good at biology and stuff. And cancer research, actually. Okay, so hello, you are speaking to the automated blah 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 blah. Research. Wow, we still have loads of stuff to sell, but... Okay, what does this mean? What does this mean? Look, you can research stuff. Okay, let's just put in stuff I no longer want. A crappy chain gun. Weirdly enough, I don't really want that either, even though it is titanium. Kind of want that. Oh no, screw it. Let's put these in as well. I'll put in everything. Research. Double chain gun turret. Uncommon. Does it say which material it's made of? Normally it says iron and such. Just double chain gun turret, full stop. So, how does that exactly work? I can't drag it right now, so... Explain what I've just done. Please. Seriously, tell me, what did I just do? Place at least 3, I have, and it gave me that. I can't take it, though. Explain. Oh, I apparently got it in my inventory straight away and just didn't notice. Okay, material titanium. It's just not in the title, it's in the description. And it has independent firing, and it has a pretty decent stat line. So, is that because I gave it only commons? Does that mean if I give it uncommons, it'll give me a rare? And if I give it rares, it'll give me... above that. Okay, so right now, all of these I'm not using. That's just it, really. All of these aren't currently good enough for I'm using one last check to make sure they're nothing too special. No, I can get all of that anywhere. Research. That gives me a blue. Okay. Oh, that's actually a really good one. Okay. Now we're off to a good start. So I should keep on giving it the same type, I imagine. That is kind of bizarre. I'll have to come... Actually, this will be a really good way of concentrating what I have. I bet I'm not getting my value back, though, because I imagine 3 or 5 or even 4 of these is definitely worth more than a single uncommon. But I may end up getting something I really want. For instance, I'm not using any of these at the moment, and that would give me a blue gun. So, sure, let's just give them all of these. Probably doing something really stupid here, giving all 5. And research! Double titanium mining turret. Okay, that's actually a pretty good gun. The only problem with it is oh, actually, that's a really good gun. The only problem with it is I'm only going for mining weapons right now with the automated ability because it makes mining so much easier. But still, okay, I'll come back to that. I'll do some reading up, I'll do some research on it, hey, off camera, and then I will come back to it later to figure out exactly what the best thing to do is. A brand new area and a new faction which absolutely hates us, the Uksu, or something similar to that. So they're not evil, they're not attacking us on sight, but when I try and trade with them, they'll simply say, "It's on our records, we cannot trade with you. Come back when your relationship is better." So, I really hope pirates attack so I can help out. That's a good way of starting off friendships. I hope pirates attack you. Either way, though, I can use their warp gates by the looks of things, although it will cost me a bit. In fact, a lot. 1,000 credits just for that gate, but it's a lot safer than simply warping around and occasionally hitting pirates. Okay, it's not the best, but we'll use that, and maybe using the gate will up our reputation. We are paying them, after all, and people do like money. It's this weird thing which people seem to like. And thwop. No, it just cost us, that's all. I thought that'd be a nice, easy way. Hello there, you see, those guys don't hate me and have a name I can't pronounce. We are getting closer to the centre, though, so I guess we'll just accept the fact this faction doesn't like us until we see pirates. Still on the lookout for any green rocks. After only a few more minutes of searching, here we are with our very first Naonite asteroid. And of course, we do have titanium guns, which means they should work. Oh dear. Oh, are you... Oh god, they have shields. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't care if that's Naonite. That is very, 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 very bad. Hello, Zotan. Why every time I find a new ore do they do this? Every single sodding time. What have I done to you other than kill many of your smaller ships? Do I just warp out of here manually, or do I take one of the gates? This is east-southeast. Only costs... Is that 564? I guess it would be worth it. Oh, fine. I don't like you guys. Just putting it out there. Definitely can't fight those guys off. What I'm really hoping is at some point pirates attack, there's a big fight, I get a few hits in, then I get credits for it. That was weird. Okay, maybe some of these lovely asteroids have the green goo of which we seek. I now assume that the ore is actually goo. Hello there, green goop, how are you? There we go, Ow. That was such a light tap. Okay, that was like just drunk piloting Lathrix. There we go, mining the green goop of which we seek. Wow, that is really slow. Never mind, that's absolutely fine. We do need better mining weapons, to be perfectly honest. I have been looking, but these were the best automated firing ones I could find. Once I find better ones, I will equip them. They do have a decent ratio, a decent efficiency, they just do very, very little damage. Apparently the auto-fire system actually takes away from the damage, but even so, they are pretty bad. There are lots and lots of subspace signals. Careful! What does that even mean? Does it mean that things are about to warp in? This is like a minute later. I've only just mined out the first asteroid, and there are many, many more which I need to do so. Well, if the bad people come, hopefully I can warp out in time. So just in case, let's put ourselves over there. No, that's where we just came from. That's where all the bad things were anyway. Okay, let's enter coordinates for there, so if they do come here to try and kill us, we can just warp out as soon as they appear. That seems like a reasonable, cowardly option. A large group of alien ships have appeared. Well, that was mere moments later yet again. And where are this weird group of aliens of which you... Oh, over there they are. Oh, yep, those are pretty bad. Hull, shield, everything we could possibly not want in an enemy. Okay, let's do a little bit more mining and then let's teleport out. Thankfully, the teleport is already ready, so as soon as I want to, I can just go. Let's just target one of those fellows so we can see how far away it is, and as soon as it gets within 10 kilometers, we'll just warp out. The defenders are outright losing. This is the first time I've ever seen defenders just lose outright against the enemy. But on the upside, I found an asteroid. I apparently claimed the asteroid. I don't know how I did this. I just pressed F, and now it's mine. This is the Lathrix asteroid. And look, I can sell it for a decent amount of credits, or I can found a mine which produces stuff, as you can see. Aluminum, copper, ore, silicon, I think I said, lead, all sorts of very weird stuff, but I guess we have to sell that off afterwards, so let's just sell the asteroid for now. There we go, people who hate me. Oh, maybe now you hate me a little bit less. I do wonder if the defenders are going to bring in any more to defend themselves. If they do, then maybe I could help out a little bit. If any of the enemy ships start taking critical damage, I could take a few pot shots to help out at the end, but I don't think that would end well for us, so we're just going to use our escape option and teleport away. So terrified, I apparently said it twice. Ooh, this looks perfect, yes! All of the stuff, a random fellow over there who isn't hostile with us, everything's good in the world. Let's get back to mining until we have, let's say 10,000 still. 10,000 still seems like a perfectly reasonable amount. Behold the power of 3 separate turrets. There we go, much, much faster mining. I sort of gave up using the only automated weapons, at least for now, just to make sure we can get this nice and quickly. Once we have at least 10,000, we can head on back, and then soon we can restart building our craft from scratch, and hopefully building it far, far better. Although I really, really will miss the sunfish, it has been saved, which means at any time we can always simply remake it if we so desire. If we want to make one with the captain, we simply go to the shipyard, purchase a block with a captain, and then, oh no, pirates are attacking, and then all we need to do is load in the blueprint of the sunfish, and that will be built in with the captain already ready. It's the easiest way to do it, and that can follow us around. Now, how close are the pirates? And let's reset our position. There we are. Okay, where are the pirates? It should be on the map. There it is. Way too close. Not all that powerful, though. That one's a little bit nasty, but in terms of firepower, that's not much off what we normally face, so let's just deal with these blighters and then get on with mining. We are going to take some damage, though. There's no way we can get about this without taking at least some damage. Second volley using the quad bolter. Nice amount of damage done. Yet again, about a quarter of his health has already been removed. You see, this is the coward's way of doing things. If we had more bolters and more long-range weapons, we could just do this and take very little damage, but that's just no fun. And I love the amount of firepower we have. Just for reference of how much firepower this little sunfish actually has, the pirate we are currently attacking has 9.3. If we target ourself, we have 206.4. A little bit of an upgrade, to say the least. I just don't want to pay iron again to repair ourselves. Oh, fine! We will destroy you! You hurt me, and therefore I hurt you so much more. Blood for the blood god. So many little numbers. There we are, and we're also improving our reputation with the faction which currently really dislikes us. Well, I guess distrust would be a better word. Okay, let's go up a little bit so we're kind of using this guy as a shield. Hopefully he is taking some of the... Yep, he's definitely taking some of those shots for us. Going down. Thank you, my friend. You were a great meat shield. Last target. Go straight for the easiest part to hit. Maximum DPS. I could try to strip his weapons, but right now I just want to take him out as fast as possible, so just somewhere where all of my guns can always hit. Taking so much damage on the same point. Spinny flip, there we go. Now it's on the other point. The sunfish is a surprisingly nasty craft, and there we go, our relationships have improved yet again. And they still dislike us, but now they're mistrustful. So now they are mistrustful. And I'm just going to shoot down the rest of this wreckage, because I can't be bothered to change back to these salvage weapons. That's going to cost a fair bit to repair, though, sadly. A fair bit in the future, and now I have a grand total of 13,000 of that lovely, lovely green resource, and I have just found some scrap on some rather large wreckages of the Zotan. We have a new mining turret, which is indeed made of the Naonite. We also have a triple plasma turret and another Naonite mining turret, in addition to a brand new cannon. Now, this cannon has a range of 8,000 meters. And as you can see, it's kind of cool. It has quite a long load time, but the damage is immense, and because of the long range, it's going to really, really help in order for us to just pick at the enemy, do a little bit of damage, just to make sure we get the results, we get the reputation, that's the word, the reputation from hurting the enemy. The word there simply did not load. There we are, we can actually see our shield if we click ourselves, and as you can see, it's slowly powering up. Now that is fairly slow, and it is using up a fair bit of power, so what I assume is we're going to need larger sections of shield, and we're going to need more power once we create our new vehicle, which will happen next time. So with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's episode. Now, I know it wasn't the most exciting episode, but next time we will be building a more permanent ship, and leaving the poor Nurgling, also known as the Sunfish, behind. And that is very cool. So I assume the shield kind of flashes on and off occasionally, just to prove it is indeed online. Or is it going to be there all the time? I'm really hoping not, because honestly, it's not all that pretty. Okay, good. It seems like it's only going to flash on to prove it is actually there. It's not going to be there all the time. We are now almost on 50%. Now, one thing I could do, I have seen these a lot of the times in the past, is we have a lot of these shield modules, and some of them, I'm fairly certain, increase the rate of recharge, which of course means how fast it's going to load back up, or at least I choose to believe that's what it means. Now, all the ones we currently have, of course, just to be annoying, oh, there we go, shield recharge rate plus 2%, uses up almost no power. Obviously, that's a bit too weak unless we're huge and have loads of spare module sections, but I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. But we could have some of these really expensive versions, which does take away from our generated energy, but will increase the maximum health of our shield quite a bit. Hopefully, with the shields, with the new resource, with everything we've learned, our next ship will be much better. So a lot of talk in this episode, more stuff happening next episode. Thank you for watching. And if you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Avorion is a series you wish to see continued in the future. And now I'm going to make my way back somewhere a lot safer than we currently are.